There are a few actors who can just show up. Do you know what I mean? Those who, no matter the role, have an innate screen presence that lifts every performance, despite the quality of the actual movie. With Donald Sutherland's passing, I thought, this man pretty much owned every role he was in. And as I always say, the man showed up for work time and time again. There's this cheesy little alien parasite flick that doesn't seem to get brought up much. One that Mr. Sutherland, like always, elevates. One that mixes summer blockbuster stakes with a knockoff X-Files vibe. It doesn't quite work, but produces some damn fun popcorn entertainment, purposefully or not. So Donald, this one's for you.
Nice hearing from you, Carlos.
Based, and what I mean based, I mean loosely, on the book by Robert A. Heinlein. With an overwhelming sense of paranoia, Heinlein explicitly draws a dark analogy between the mind-controlling parasites and the Russians. Now, of course, this was written in the early 50s, but set in the far-out future of 2007. And I was looking over where this novel went, and I think space lasers and flying cars would have made what is already an unintentionally schlocky film much better. But the Puppet Masters, not to be confused with the great and ongoing Puppet Master series, which would have been on part 5 when this came out, if not mistaken. But eventually, through the help of 9 writers at different times, came up with this little early 90s gem, the Puppet Masters. Directed by Stuart Orme, this follows a secret branch of the government as they stumble upon an alien invasion, which horrifically enough starts in Iowa. Here the aliens are parasitic in nature, basically space stingrays that latch onto humans and take control of their minds and bodies. Our heroes, Eric Thole, Julia Warner, and Donald Sutherland, are in a race against time to stop the invasion, facing mounting danger and paranoia. Basically, this is the 90s unofficial version of the Body Snatchers. And for the real one, please revisit the great Meg Tilly version above. I still wish we got at least some Blade Runner flying cars here, but what are you gonna do? I'd say the 3 things that make the Puppet Masters a fun, breezy, dumb flick that exists in that lower mid-budget range of the 90s is that it kind of leans fully into its premise. It has these amazing, under-exaggerated line reads.
Ordered bodies, great. Can we get out of here?
We've lost a town, sir. Now we've lost an army.
Before we continue with our video, here's a reminder to click the Store tab on any of our JoBlo channels and browse our collection of the latest and freshest designs in our merch store. Go get you some.
Now, the first thing I notice on this rewatch is the lack of wasting time, for better or worse. Character or world building be damned. I mean, 10 minutes in, Dr. Mary Sefton gets a strange vibe, and alongside Andrew and Sam Nevins, immediately realize aliens have taken over. And how, you ask? Well, they didn't sneak a peek. And if this is the litmus test they are going for, and it is, then Godspeed.
He did this.
I did not do that.
I used to watch this more than a few times as a kid. I don't know, I was always into kind of weird alien flicks. In fact, I'd actually say if you guys are interested, I'd love to cover Communion on this channel. But I was always into anything that blended horror, action, and sci-fi. And it's in this late stage rewatch that I think I finally got this vibe. After Mr. Barnes gives up all his leverage and is found out to be a host, we, the audience, get our first look at the creature of unknown origins. It uses its tail harpoon as a grappling hook to try and escape one hole at a time. This is just up my alley. And effects-wise, the creature looks cool. Props to Greg Kenham and his team, but this fully lit view as the alien creature makes the slowest escape one could imagine is just the type of vibe I'm feeling with this. Now, not to be outdone, the agents, along with Mary, who's a NASA specialist, escape through the television station by kicking ass and leaving a trail of lessons learned. Yes. I was under the impression that alien visitors was a new thing in this world here. and that this shady government organization was just investigating. But the level of blasé indifference here, via the characters, is both unintentionally hilarious and aesthetically 90s cool.
He's on the car, Sam.
Clearly a hodgepodge from the many writers, source material, budget concerns, and the Hollywood machine. What we're left with is very surface level exploration of an alien invasion. But where we end up and why you can find some fun here is the way everything is just casually laid out. This wants to be a dark thriller, but is directed and paced like a breezy summer blockbuster. I mean, I'm smiling watching this. Our crew, right, realizes the aliens have landed, beating up most of an entire TV studio. We get a thrilling car chase. A host kid goes the extra mile, and a very nonchalant ride home. That is the Puppet Masters right here. This is the scene. Everything happens with that, what are you gonna do attitude.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm alright.
It's bizarre while also thoroughly enjoyable. These aliens are just getting anyone and everyone. At one point, I'd almost laugh since a bit more protocol from Sutherland's character could have helped. I mean, people are coming and going. I mean, guys, get it together. These things take over everyone. I mean, this entire cast. I'm talking Richard Belzer, Eric Thrall, Julie Warner, Keith David, Donald himself. No cast member is spared, and all in the timely manner of an hour and 40. And speaking of, this goes hard with its supporting cast. I shit you not, this is some of the best character actors around. I'm talking Will Patton, Sam Anderson, Marshall Bell, Andrew Robinson, the great Yaphet Kotto, and of course the voice himself, the always awesome Keith David. And side note, what the f***? Keith should have lived. I'm sorry, we need to put every bolt in this guy to stop him, but Donald just gets one in the shoulder area? Come on, guys. But the cast here is solid. I'm not loving some of the off performances, but I think that has more to do how the actors were directed. Donald Sutherland can read the dictionary and I'd still pull up a seat. You know what I'm saying? Like him, Iggy Pop, and maybe Lou Reed. Just talk. I'm here. He's overly calm and just commands the screen here. One could argue this comes off as more of a paycheck role. And maybe. But that's a level of skill this guy had. Plus, I'm not giving anybody a hard time for collecting a check. Stand around looking cool, bark some tough orders, and have a solid beard while doing so? Yeah, I'm gonna support Mr. Donald Sutherland. And clearly added to the cast because of his turn in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but as I said, the man shows up to work. If this is what a paycheck movie looks like, then I wish more of them followed this. Puppet Masters embraces its B-movie roots with gusto. This flick serves up a hearty mix of campy special effects, over-the-top scenarios, and some fine melodramatic performances. There's a lot of cool action sequences. Between killing the president's men, while scaring the shit out of him, Julie Warner's hilarious escape to the cheesy hive scene at the end, The Puppet Masters is dumb fun that may have been mid in the 90s, but shows us now how we used to make thrilling action sci-fi movies that could be on the simpler side without a all or none strategy that I see more and more in today's movies. I'm always down for a schlocky ride that combines sci-fi, horror, and action. Add in a healthy dose of 90s nostalgia, and
we're having a good time.
I can fly a helicopter.
Seems like the world is moving on. Didn't stop to look around. Didn't give a shit if you're crashing down. You can close your eyes but not your skin. Don't believe what you refuse to see. Won't find a way in. Well, I can't ignore a certain thing.